Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Dr. G Cooks. Tonight, we're going to the Big Apple. We're going to New York City. That's where I discovered this dish, dissected it, and recreated it in my home. One of my friends who came over and ate it once literally said if she had gotten this in a restaurant, she would have been incredibly impressed and quite satisfied. So I've kind of modified this a little bit. I've made it into my own dish. And what we're gonna make tonight, this is the star of the dish, corn. We're gonna make a miso butter caramelized corn with pancetta, green onion, shiitake mushroom, and poached egg on top. The poached egg absolutely makes this dish. At the end, you're gonna learn how to perfectly poach an egg, and we're gonna break that poached egg on top of this dish, mix it in a little bit, and this is one of the most savory dishes you're going to have in a very long time. So let's go over the ingredient list, shall we? First, packaged corn, super simple, 4 cups. Go ahead and get that. Shiitake mushroom, I want you to get about 2 big cups of shiitake mushroom. I want you to slice them in half. We're gonna caramelize this, so it's gonna cook down quite a bit. And then this is pancetta. Pancetta, some people refer to it as Italian bacon, but it's really not Italian bacon. The difference between pancetta and bacon is that bacon is pork belly, but it's smoked. Pancetta is cured, so it's more like a salumi than a bacon. And I think the flavor is much more intense. And then this is a specialty item. I know for sure they sell it at Whole Foods and they sell it at the market near my building where I live in San Francisco. White miso. And what you're gonna do is do a 50-50 mixture of a good European unsalted butter with the white miso. And you're gonna mix these up together and then melt them in a pan. That's what you're gonna caramelize your corn and the dish in when we're all finished. And this is gonna give it just this really nice savory flavor. You're gonna need 2 eggs, okay, to poach. And you're gonna need some beautiful fresh scallion, green onion. I want about a big cup of this, and then a big cup of large diced white onion. You're gonna caramelize this as well. And the order that we cook this in is really critical. I found this out by cooking this dish many times. And what we're gonna do first is we're gonna cook the pancetta, and we're gonna leave the drippings in the pan, and then we're gonna go ahead and saute with a little added butter our mushroom in that mixture, and then our onion we're gonna caramelize, and then finally we're gonna clean that pan up. We're gonna start fresh with the miso butter. We're gonna caramelize the corn, then we're gonna mix it all together, put a poached egg on top, and be in fusion food heaven. So thanks for coming tonight. Let's get cooking. Thanks for watching. Dr. G Cooks. Okay, so this is the pancetta, and we're gonna cook this first. And we're just gonna cook this down until it's got a nice brown to it. And we're gonna do that under a medium heat. And I'll show this to you when it's all done. Now you can see the pancetta has been cooked thoroughly. It's got some nice, beautiful color to it. So we're gonna leave those drippings in the pan, and we are just gonna go ahead and gently remove the pancetta, put that into a bowl, and put that off to the side. Once all of our component ingredients are cooked, then we're gonna go ahead and put it all together. Now we've removed all that pancetta, and I just put about 2 tablespoons of butter into the pancetta drippings. To that, we're going to add our onion, and now we're gonna caramelize this onion, cook it way down, and I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. And then that will be our second component to this dish. Now you can see the onion is pretty much done. You can see it has this nice golden brown color to it, a little bit translucent as well, fully cooked down. You know, this reminds me of the onion you get inside of a totally well done Jack in the Box onion ring at like 2 a.m. That's probably one of the best things in the world you can eat, that and a dirty hot dog. Anyway, these onions are done, just like with the pancetta. We'll go ahead and put them into their own container and treat it as an individual component before it becomes part of the food team. Our next component to cook is going to be our shiitake mushrooms. Now, I've left all of those beautiful drippings from the pancetta in there, some of the residual from the onion. I just added a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter, okay? And then you're gonna add your shiitakes, and you're gonna caramelize these now. Once these are all done, again, we'll put them off to the side. as the third of our 5 components. Now look at these shiitake mushrooms. They are perfectly caramelized, delicious. We're going to go ahead and put these off again into a separate bowl, and next we're going to cook our corn. So this is our miso butter mixture, and we're just going to put this into our hot pan. And once that's melted, you're going to go ahead and put in the corn and cook that also until it's fully caramelized. Let's melt this first. Our miso butter is fully melted. We're going to go ahead and add the corn. And we're going to cook this down until it's completely caramelized. You'll have some nice little brown and black bits on the corn. That's when you know it's completely done. This is such a savory dish. Wonderful. Okay, you can see this corn is fully caramelized, these beautiful brown bits on it, and it just smells so wonderful. Now we're going to add our components back into the mixture. So first we'll put our shiitakes in, and then we'll add our green onions, and then our pancetta, and then finally those yummy caramelized onions. Let me get those out of the bowl. They don't want to join the party, so we're just going to force them to. Okay, and then I just want you to mix this up. You can see how beautiful this dish is. It's got some great color. The green onion is going to impart some wonderful flavor, and it's going to slowly cook into the dish based on the residual heat. So the dish is pretty much complete here. What we're going to do now is put this off to the side. I'm going to show you how to poach an egg. We're going to plate it, put an egg on top, and then enjoy this one. So now we're going to poach our eggs. You can see that water is simmering. Don't have it boil. And the key to a good poached egg, put a little bit of vinegar in it, okay? And what the vinegar is going to do is create a little acidity in there. And that's going to make it so your eggs don't feather so much. And the other key to making a perfect poached egg is to keep it in a tiny ramekin or something like that, and just gently slide it in one whole piece. I'm going to do the other one, and then we're just going to cover it for about 5 minutes. And you can see it's not feathering too much, so that's good. And then you have to have a top. Cover it for a good 5 minutes, and then come back to it. The top is going to make sure that the top of the egg, if exposed, is cooked through, or at least sets up. The goal is to get a somewhat runny egg, because it's the loose egg that really makes this dish. So once these eggs are done, we're going to put it onto our plating and break the yolk and eat this delicious dish. I would also advise that we've gone ahead and used a slotted spoon to take it out of the water bath, and this is ready to be served to your guest. When you serve it, go ahead and break that egg open and mix it into the miso corn mixture. It will be absolutely delicious.